everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we just had the first 4 matches of the 2023 Asian Cup, and I gotta say things have been off to a banger. I mean, looking back, I'm gonna be going through my predictions on the scores and just what I thought of each match. So let's get into it. So on the first match, we had host Qatar versus Lebanon, and my final prediction of the scoreline would be Qatar 3, Lebanon 1, and I was that close. Ended up being 3-0. We had Afif scoring twice and Almoez Ali scoring once. And I gotta say, that match, Qatar had it. Lebanon had some chances, but Qatar, they just capitalized on their chances. They were just a dominant team this whole match, and I gotta say, it's a great start for the hosts, and they're definitely top in this. They're top in this group. There's no doubt about that. So we'll see what continues in Group A. Next match we had India versus Australia. I gotta say, when I predicted it would have been 4-0 Australia winning, I was wrong. Final score was 2-0 Australia. When I saw the match, India really played well, and I gotta say, looking at how they played, they played a very good defensive. They played a good defensive game. They kept Australia from scoring. They were 4 times in a row, near the end of time, where they were hit with the ball blocking those volleys. The Australian players were just laughing about that. That was just funny. But looking at the game, Australia, it's still a good start for them. I did expect that they would win by a bigger margin, but this shows how well India has been, in the runnings. We had Irvine and Boss scoring it for Australia. So this is a good start for Australia. India, they could possibly have a chance, if they can get more of an attack on their side, for counterattacks, and still keep a good defensive game, then they quite possibly could make a miracle in this group. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Now on to the next match. We had China People's Republic versus Tajikistan. I had the final score being Tajikistan 2, China People's Republic 1. Ended up being 0-0. And I gotta say, this was probably the best match of today. And despite it ending 0-0, it was a really good game. Tajikistan by far was the best. They were the better team than China, in my opinion, just because they had so many chances. They were just dominating the defense, and they were just keeping a good game. And keep in mind, this is their first time at the Asian Cup. But if Tajikistan is to look at, if Tajikistan's looking to try and get past this group, they've got to put their chances away, because they had a lot of chances, but some of their shots, they just went way off, but some of their other ones, they were just good shots or just barely wide. So Tajikistan is looking good. I'd say they're better than Lebanon. So I'm gonna say, Group A, my predictions on it, on who's gonna get first, second, third, and fourth, it's gonna be way different than how I expected. But Tajikistan, they really did well. China did score a goal, but however, it was called offside because one of the players was on the goal line, and there was a player behind him, but the ref said it was an offside. I was kind of confused by that. But overall, it ended up being 0-0. But looking into this was quite possibly, I'd say, the best game out of the first 4. And that brings me to our last match, Uzbekistan versus Syria. I said it was going to be 2-2 and a draw, so I was half right. It ended up still being a draw, 0-0. And I gotta say, it was a really good game between both of them. Uzbekistan, they definitely cannot be underestimated, because they are a great team. Syria did well too. They played good, really defensively. They had some good blocking. They blocked with their bodies, and keeper made a good left-handed save. Syria almost had some chances too. They came close. However, both teams just couldn't put away their chances. So looking into this, Group B is going to be an interesting game, because Syria and Australia are going to be facing off soon, and I gotta say, that's going to be a really good match. In Uzbekistan and India, I feel like Uzbekistan's going to get on the board and win that game, but we never know because India, they're definitely growing. But Syria and Australia, I'm really excited to see how they play. So we'll see how it goes. And I mean, I'm excited for tomorrow's match between Japan and Vietnam. I mean, it's really going to be a tough one because I'm cheering for both teams, but I'm more for Japan. But if Vietnam can win this, I'll be happy. Either way, I'll be happy for whichever team. But I'd like to see Japan win a little more. But that's it for this video. And I mean, let me know in the comments below what you all thought of the first matches and who you all think will win the next matches tomorrow and the coming weeks. I mean, this is going to be exciting.